You know that feeling when the world finally starts to notice something you have believed in all along? That's exactly what's happening with the internet computer. While everyone is busy talking about Bitcoin's ETFs or Solana's meme coins, ICP has quietly climbed to the top of a chart that actually matters, which is real on chain activity. Not hype, no price, just usage. And hey, if you enjoyed these deep dives and want to keep Ledger Life running strong, there is donation details below. No pressure, it just helps us keep the stories coming. Now, let's get into why ICP is rising to the top. According to a new data set from Chainspect, the Internet computer has officially overtaken the pack when it comes to total lifetime transactions. That means in the entire history of these networks, ICP has processed more real transactions than Solana, Stellar, Hedera, Tron, and BNP chain. And it's not just bots or short-term activity spikes. What the data shows is sustained usage where users and developers actually doing things on-chain using dApps, interacting with smart contracts, building tools, sending tokens. It's a measure of utility, not speculation. Now, that's a refreshing shift. For years, crypto markets have been driven by narrative waves. One month it's DeFi, the next it's NFTs, then meme coins. But what happens when the spotlight fades? Usage actually collapses. ICP's growth looks different. It's slow, steady, and deeply technical. And right now, it's starting to pay off. Another layer to this story is the whale accumulation that's been happening quietly in the background. IC Terminals data shows that large ICP holders, the so-called whales, have been increasing their positions. And while that doesn't automatically mean prices are about to move, it does mean confidence. Whales accumulate when they believe a network's fundamentals are strong, when they see actual traction, not just talk. So, in a way, what's happening on ICP feels organic. The ecosystem is maturing and it's doing so in ways that suggest real adoption, not marketing driven hype. So, what's fueling this momentum? Let's look at the projects and builders who are giving ICP its pulse. And one name that keeps coming up lately is Caffeine AI. A developer named Abel Farmer just built a full browser game called The Blockchain Killer entirely using Caffeine AI. It's a retro style game where each level represents one of the top 20 cryptocurrencies listed on CoinGecko. Solana, Ethereum, Dogecoin all turned into playable stages with their own quirks. What's wild is that Abel made the whole thing in 5 hours. No Unity engine, no massive dev team, just AI, prompts, and imagination. You can actually play it yourself at the link given in the description below. Each level's got its own crypto theme, a tongue-in-cheek nod to the market's ups and downs. Abel said Caffeine AI is, wow, now I'm getting it. And honestly, that sums up the vibe. You play the game and you realize this is more than just a fun side project. It's a proof of concept, showing how decentralized development and AI can collide in creative ways. The blockchain killer is both a meme and a milestone. It's playful but also kind of prophetic because if you can make a working game from a prompt, what else could you build? Next up, something for the privacy purist out there. Developer Scott, known on X as Scott.icp, is working on a new project called Ghost, again powered by Caffeine AI. Ghost lets users send ICP privately using zero knowledge proofs. That means transactions stay verifiable and secure, but your identity and wallet details remain hidden. It's similar in spirit to Monero or Zcash, but built natively for ICP's on-chain ecosystem. So instead of creating an entirely separate privacy coin, it brings confidentiality right into the internet computer's fabric. And the best part, it's being built with AI assistance. Something that used to take months of cryptographic engineering now takes a fraction of the time thanks to Caffeine AI. Ghost is still in development, but it's a great example of how the ICP community keeps innovating around practical decentralization. Privacy has always been one of crypto's trickiest problems. Too much and you lose transparency, too little and you lose security. If Scott's project can balance both, Ghost could become a cornerstone tool for private transfers across the ICP ecosystem. And now, maybe the most wholesome story to come out of ICP this month. And it doesn't start with a big tech firm or a venture fund. It starts in a classroom. A group of students from Haileybury, including a student named Jovia, came up with a startup idea to tackle household food waste. Their solution is a virtual pantry app that helps people track what they have, avoid buying duplicates, and get reminders before food expires. Simple, practical, and powered by, you guessed it, Caffeine AI. The students used Caffeine to prototype their idea, and Jovia said something that will sound familiar to anyone who has ever been struck by creative lightning. With a single prompt, our app was created. It felt like Caffeine AI was reading our minds. That's the magic of accessible AI. They didn't need to learn Python or Solidity. They didn't need a dev team. They just needed an idea and the willingness to try. They just needed an idea and the willingness to try. Their prototype is already live in alpha form at the link given in the description below. It's not about overnight success, it's about proving that anyone can build something meaningful with right tools. And the project hits on something bigger, that is sustainability. Food waste is one of the largest environmental problems we face, and these students are tackling it through decentralized innovation. They are also learning the mindset that's shaping Web3 to build fast, iterate, and use technology to solve real world problems. You could say they represent a new generation of builders, ones who don't see blockchain as speculative but as practical. And that's probably the best signal for ICP's future you could ask for. So let's connect the dots. ICP's transaction activity is soaring, not because of short term hype, but because people are actually building on it. From indie devs making games and privacy tools to students prototyping sustainability apps, the network is buzzing with real use cases. Caffeine AI, in particular, is becoming a central driver of this momentum. It's turning blockchain development into something anyone can participate in, cutting down the learning curve that's held back decentralized innovation for years. And that right there might be the internet computer's biggest win, that is accessibility. A world where blockchain creation doesn't require a PhD in coding or $1 million grant, just curiosity and an internet connection. When you think about it, that's the kind of adoption crypto has been chasing since day one. Not charts, not price pumps, actual human engagement. So, as the numbers roll in and ICP tops the charts for total transactions, it's worth remembering this isn't an accident. It's the product of steady building, creative tools, and a community that's quietly pushing boundaries while everyone else is chasing trends. The question now isn't whether ICP can keep up. It's whether the rest of crypto can catch up to a network where AI builds, users create, and innovation never stops. That's all for this episode of Ledger Life, where we keep an eye on what really moves the future of blockchain. If you found this story inspiring, give it a like, share it with a fellow builder, and drop a comment on what you would like to see next. Because on ICP, the next big idea might already be one prompt away.